In fact, he even asked me, can I visit you? And I said,
Visit me?
I said, I'm not sick. Why do you have to visit me? You only visit the sick. I'm not sick. There, that's how I answered him.
If you want to get notified each time there's a new video, please hit the bell button somewhere.
Reese would like to ask you some questions about marriage, which I think most of us here would like to hear.
How did you and Fatherlu meet and what attracted you to Fatherlu?
Okay, I'm an interior designer. Well, I used to be an interior designer. So I was working for one of my clients who happened to be my best friend. And we were looking for, furniture for the patio. And usually, furniture for the patio would be rotten furniture. Rattan, rattan. But I want to call it rotten. So we had to source for a rattan manufacturer. And it just so happened that when we went to Makati, Luzon, Rattan, where the LRI Design Center is now, the person that met us at the factory was Fatherlu. And he was trailing me like a dog. So my best friend said, hey, if you marry this guy, I'll be your ninang. I'll be your principal sponsor, she said. And I said, no way, he's Chinese. Look at him, he looks like Chinese. I said, no. In fact, your question was, what attracted you to him? Nothing. I wasn't attracted at all. There. So, did I answer your question?
But what changed your mind? Because he was so persistent.
Yeah, so, every time I'd go to that factory, he'd always be there and he'd always be the one entertaining me. In fact, he even asked me, can I visit you? And I said,
Visit me?
I said, I'm not sick. Why do you have to visit me? You only visit the sick. I'm not sick. There, that's how I answered him. But after about 5 years, I met him again.
5 years of courtship?
No courtship. We never saw each other again, thank God. Yeah, I didn't see him for 5 years. And then I was working in an export company. So we needed a supplier for export, export to Europe or to the United States. And he happened to have their family had their own factory already. So I met him again. And this time he didn't let go anymore. He just kept hounding and calling. And, he wouldn't stop. He was so persistent. So I kind of opened up. Kind of. I still wasn't really interested in him. So I left, we were steady dating. We were just dating. And he didn't say anything about marrying me. So I left. I went to New York. I worked in New York. And then he followed shortly after, and that's when he proposed. He had a diamond ring from Amsterdam. He bought in Amsterdam this cute little diamonds. Yeah, I said, oh, cute. Chispas. You know what chispas is? These tiny flecks of diamond. Parang grit. There. So he had this and he said, will you marry me? Of course, I was in New York. He went through all that. He went to Europe to attend a furniture fair just to come to New York to propose. So I said yes. Well, that's it.
But tita, I think during your time, hindi pa yata uso yung engagement ring, but Fatherlu already did that, diba? So that says so much.
Ang tagal naman yan. Wait a monument. I think usong-uso na ang engagement ring noon. O hindi naman yung hindi pa uso. Ano yung binibigay ng mga nagpo-propose?
Hindi pa uso travel din.
Ayun.
Oo.
Tapos,
long distance.
Oo, destination proposal.
Oo, yan.
LDR.
Yeah,
Yun,
LDR.
LDR. Hindi pa uso yung LDR. Pero kami, one of the first na LDR na success.
Wow! Alright.
Matagal po ba?
1 year? 1 year.
And letters, diba?
Yeah, letters
snail
and, long distance calls. He'd call. And then it was operator assisted. Wala pa yung direct dial, ganon. So every time we'd fight, and then the operator would say, oh, Miss Aurora Lou. So I'd say, from whom? Oh, Mr. Christopher Lu, well, she doesn't live here anymore, I'd say. I'd tell the operator that. Tell him to
And
stop calling.
For those of you young ones out there who didn't experience that, you can hear it when the person answering says that to the operator. Naririnig din yun.
Yeah,
Yes.
she doesn't live here anymore.
Hindi naman collect call. Di ba? Uso yung collect call dati.
No,
Collect call
no.
means whoever you're calling siya magbabayad.
Yeah, I would never accept naman eh. Eh, ito nga, hindi collect call. I still wouldn't accept. Oh.
Aray.
So that's how persistent he was. Talagang pursigido. Kasi in spite of the fact that I was really giving him a hard time, he was still always there. When I finally went home to the Philippines, his parents didn't like me. They didn't accept me at all. Yeah,
Ay,
so
meron tayong mga ano dito.
Yeah, so-
Filipino-Chinese.
So he really fought for me. He was disowned. Yeah, they disinherited him. But he still fought for me. So that's the type of person that should find Kim.
We are all praying, manifesting, and nagno-novena na kami,
Actually, we always are like that.
I-pray over niyo na nga.
pray over na natin.
Ano yan? St. Jude? Patron of the impossible? St. Jude eh.
What kind of parent were you and Fatherlu?
Strict. Me, strict. Strict.
Strict, yeah.
Not so much that, I would cuss and give them a spanking. But discipline they knew their boundaries. I set boundaries. I think that's very important. Parang you should never step out of your boundaries. You just stay there. Parang there's a line there. And it's a very distinct line. And you know your limits. She knew her limits.
I think I was a good girl anyway, so I didn't really feel the strictness so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I
Like,
guess.
I'm just nice. I'll just follow. Hindi okay.
Excited eyes, hindi na cookie. I saw that.
Basically, she was. Mabait.
Ano may kasunod po eh? Until...
Mabait. Until she found her calling. And then she never became a rebel. No. Because if it was negative, she turned it into positive. She knew. Parang she's got talent that way. So we're very proud of her, really.
I mean, we're really grateful for Kimmy, but more than that, I think we are really grateful for you and Fatherlu for how Kimmy is now and influencing us.
Thank you.
The next question, what is the secret to a long-lasting relationship?
It's a give and take. I know that perhaps I take more, he gives more. But actually, being me, my person, I'm actually very demanding. I've toned down on that. I've become mellow. Because if I had been as demanding as I was when I was younger, and I would have made his life so difficult. But right now, I've already mellowed in so many ways. Wow. And I think he recognizes that. And he too has mellowed a lot.
Aging.
Yeah, it's the aging process. As you age, you mellow. Because you grow in wisdom. And your perspective changes. And parang you become more calm and more relaxed. I've imbibed some of his personality traits, the positive, and he's done the same with mine. We've been together for almost 40 years. So, syempre, you influence one another. I mean, you can't help it.
In times of disagreement naman, what do you do?
For couples, when I disagree, I say it. I'm very vocal. So I say I don't agree. Period. Parang either you agree with me or not. Basta I don't agree. Period. But that's that's kind of joking. Actually, when I disagree, then I try to look at things from his perspective. And then we end up agreeing with one another. Because I also try to make him see from my perspective. That's what we call empathy, and that's what we teach. Empathy is very important in any marriage, in any relationship actually, not just marriage. Empathy between teacher and pupil and student, empathy between co-workers, empathy between boss and subordinate. Empathy is so important.
So another question is, do you still get kilig at this age po?
Again,
Do you still get kilig?
mm,
Parang hindi.
I don't get kilig, but I appreciate. The appreciation has become more profound there.
How does that
Me-
feel like?
Yeah, the appreciation.
Yeah.
Parang I thank God every day. You know, parang I praise and thank the Lord for having given me my husband and my family. Parang they're the best blessings I've received in my entire life. That's it.
Tita, how do you show your appreciation to Fatherlu? I like that. I like that. How do you show your appreciation to Fatherlu?
Well, first of all, I thank him. I thank him talagang verbally. You know, thank you for like this, thank you. As I'm very profuse with my thanks. And then I cook. I cook the food that he likes. I know what he likes, so that's what I cook for him. I don't know what kind of appreciation you're looking for.
I guess you would already know each other's love language. That's why you cook for him. That's his love language, right?
Yeah, he likes eating.
So how does he compliment you?
He's also profuse with his compliments.
Affirmation.
He affirms. He's very affirmative, actually. Oh, sarap nito ah. Parang nakalimutan ko yung pangalan ko ah.
So do you have a term of endearment with each other? Parang sweet,
Like pet name.
sweetheart, honey.
I just call him Puffy. Puffy, Ping, P. I call him so many things. He just calls me Cooks. Kooks. Cooks.
Would you say that raising your kids allowed you to evolve as a person?
Kakatawa kayang question mo ah. Dami ah.
Yes! Opo, marami siya. Ayan po.
Tapos parang question sa exam. Parang essay.
Oo, essay.
Essay question. How
Tita,
did,
mga ano yan? 10 points.
how did raising my kids transform me as a person? Of course, I stopped thinking of myself. Firstly, that's how it transformed me. Getting into any relationship, actually, even getting into a relationship with Father Lou already transformed me as a person. Furthermore, when I had kids, all the more it transformed me into a person. When they're babies, you have to take care of them. I mean, they can't take care of themselves. So already you're not thinking of yourself, even though how sleepy you are, how hungry you are, how tired you are. The attention still goes to the baby, not to you. You know, you forget to eat, you forget to rest, you forget to take care of yourself because the kids come first.
The next question is, how did you take care of yourself or practice self-care, self-compassion while raising your kids?
In the beginning, I almost didn't because all my attention was focused, especially when, when they're babies. The care came when later in life, when they were already on their own, like they would go to school, and that's when I would practice, my self-care when they weren't around. I had several hobbies. I had several businesses, and I had a lot of other concerns. That's how I practiced my self-care.
Is there a girlfriend-boyfriend ritual or sweet gesture you're still doing to each other until now?
With my husband,
Yeah. Yes.
girlfriend.
Like before, when you were together as boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe you did something and now you're still doing it?
No.
No, nothing.
No. My husband kasi is medyo cariñoso. So he kisses, he kisses all the time, especially when he leaves the house. He's not allowed to kiss me anymore when he comes home because of COVID. But before, that was another ritual. He would keep kissing, even in bed, He'd always kiss and put his arms around me and make pisil,
If you were to pretend you were at Kimmy's wedding day, what advice would you give her husband on how to best love and deal with Kimmy? Heart, heart.
I'd tell the husband to just let her be. Let her be her best self. And not to strangle her or not to, parang allow her to breathe. Just allow her to breathe and to be so that she can grow. That's it. She just needs space to grow. To just love her as she is and not to change her. That's what I would tell the husband.
Is that how Fatherlu treated you also?
Yes.
That's why that's the same advice.
Yes. He just allowed me to be. Parang, okay, you're suplada. Okay, I allow you to be suplada. You're very selective. Okay, I allow you to be selective. I will not be selective. If you want to be selective, you can be selective. There. That's how he treats me. Me naman, I do the same thing with him. Okay, if you want to be friendly with all these girls, fine. Wala ka ng asim. Kala mo siguro may asim ka pa.
Would you say you were celosa when you were younger, or are you celosa now?
I'm celosa through and through. Young or old, I'm celosa, period.
I like that.
Because I'm celosa not just with my husband, but even with friends. When they give more attention to other friends, then I'm not celosa, but I mind. So if other friends that aren't even my relation, or I'm not even married to them, if I'm celosa that way, what more to my husband?
Kumusta naman yung audience natin dyan?
Oo nga eh, parang,
follow up.
oo, parang wala namang ano.
Hindi sila nanonood ng sine.
Oo nga eh.
One of our Dazelis said, "Love conquers all."
True.
I think everybody is just so aliw na aliw listening to you and how straightforward you are.
Actually, I had to tone down because, I don't really know you personally. And I don't want anything to reflect on Kimmy's character. So I'm toning down purposely. Because I could be, more open. I could give you all the sordid details. But I don't. Because baka your image of Kimmy will change. Kawawa naman.
Kawawa naman ako. Kawawa naman yung career ko in life. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And if you want to watch more, you can hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you and I love you. Bye! If you really like this episode, please feel free to share it with your friends, family, loved ones, and I would so appreciate that. You can also follow me in the social media platforms.